Hello everyone. We are going to talk about constructing scatter plots today. I would highly suggest a pencil for this just in case you make some mistakes when you're putting stuff on your scatter plot or your graph. So I would do a pencil if you can. So we're going to start with some constructing scatter plot information. So data that has been collected can be put into a scatter plot. Oops. To see how the data is associated. The scatter plot can be used to compare two different variables. Again, we're always talking numerical here, so the variables are almost always measured in a numerical way. To construct a scatter plot, plot the pieces of data on the graph. Make sure to pay attention to which variable is on which axis. A couple vocab words here that we'll talk about. First one is outlier. An outlier is a data point that does not fit the overall pattern or trend of the scatter plot. Basically, it looks like it doesn't fit in. And a cluster is a group of data points that are close together. They almost look like a little group or a pack in the scatter plot. So we are going to talk about how we make a scatter plot. So we have a little paragraph here about what the survey was that was done, or whatever experiment it was. We have the information, and then we have the graph and a couple of questions. So the information is the 8th graders had a basketball contest where they shot as many baskets as they could in 2 minutes. Each player chose to stand at a different distance from the basket. The players' distances from the basket and the number of baskets have been recorded. So here's our distances. Here's our number of baskets. We also have the names. So we are now going to plot these on our graph. So first thing we have to look at, okay, this first line is our distance from the basket. That's going to go on the bottom. This part right here is our number of baskets. That's our second line right here. So Aaliyah, she was 10 feet away, so I got to go to 10 down here. And then she made 5 baskets. I go up to 5, put a point right there. It's just like we're plotting points, guys. It's no different. Taylor, she was 5 feet away. She made 8 baskets. Tyler was 16 feet away. He made 2 baskets. Evan was 4 feet away. He made 10 baskets. Trevor was 2 feet away. He made 12. Willow was 18 feet away. She made 15 baskets. Peter was 8 feet away. He made 6. Alondra was 12 feet away. She made 5. Abby was 13 feet away. She made 3. Wyatt was 3 feet away. He made 13. Bree was 2 feet away. She made 13. Oops, this one should be over 1. That's why I use pencil, because I make some mistakes sometimes. Last one, Alex was 3 feet away. He made 12. Okay, so now we have all of our points plotted. We can kind of see what's happening. So if I look at my data, it looks like it's kind of trending towards something like this. Yes, we have this point out here, and we'll talk about what that is in a second, but most of our data is around this area on this line. So is the association positive, negative, or there is not one? Generally, as we move from left to right, it looks like our dots are going downwards, so that means these are negative. So are there any outliers is the next question. Outliers are points that look like they don't really belong. Yes, our outlier is Willow. because Willow made way more shots at a farther distance than everybody else. Are there clusters? So these are like groups of points. I would say yes. I would say this is a cluster right here. So yes, around 2 and 3 feet. So that means that a lot of people at that distance made around the same number of baskets. And there was multiple people around that distance, or around that number of baskets. So fill in the blank. As the distance from the basket increases, so as this goes up, the number of basket made does what? So as this increases, our dots do what? They get closer and closer to the x-axis, meaning that they are decreasing. So the number of baskets made decreases. And this makes sense, right? Because we had a negative association. So if one thing does 1, the other thing should go in the opposite direction. Okay, if you have any questions on this, let me know. I'm now going to have you do number 2 and 3. So pause the video now and do 2 and 3. Make sure you are paying attention to what line goes on what axis. So this one goes on the bottom here, this one goes on the side. And then on this one, ice cream sold is actually this side here, temperature is the bottom. So pause the video now and do that. Alright everybody, this is what I got for number 2. Make sure you are also doing it on your own, don't just look at my answers. So I had a couple I added in here, and here are our points. And then here's my answer to the question. So as the number of minutes exercise increases, the number of calories burned increases. This is a positive association. Are there any outliers? Yes, right around 35 minutes. You must not have burned as many calories that day. Maybe it wasn't as high a routine of exercise. You weren't working as hard. Are there any clusters? Yes, around 30 minutes. It means this person probably works out around 30 minutes pretty often. Number 3, right here. So here is my data on my scatter plot. Generally, as the temperature decreases, so as I go this way, the amount of ice cream sold also decreases. Remember, we are going down this way, so ice cream sales also goes down. This means it is a positive association. It's positive because they are both going the same way as we change. So we are decreasing here and decreasing here. They are going the same direction as they both change. Are there any outliers? Yes. 35 degrees is way lower temperature than anything that was recorded. And then are there any clusters? Not in this case. There's not really anything grouped together. All right, please let me know if you have any questions or if you want me to check your star question. Otherwise, have a great day.